What's up guys, Simply Coco here and welcome back to my channel and welcome to another speed build here in The Sims 4. Today, as you can tell by the title, we are building um, a home for a university president or from a university chancellor or whatever it's called in whatever country you are from. So we are building this in the world of Brightchester, which only makes sense because Brightchester is the world that came with the Sims 4 Discovery University expansion pack, which allows your Sims to go to university or college or whatever you call it from whatever country you're from. But yeah, I really had a lot of fun building this house. It's probably one of the bigger houses, or probably one of the biggest houses that I've ever built in The Sims. I mean, I've done big lots, like um, I have my Coco built. I built the house from the Pixar movie Coco, and I did like a whole like eco-friendly community, like not a community lot, but it's a village of like all eco-friendly homes, and those were like big builds, like big like lots where I did a like covered the whole 50 by 50 lot or whatever it was. But I've never this is probably one of the biggest like homes, just homes by itself, that I've ever built. The This home ends up having one, two, five bedrooms. One of them is a butler's room, and like three or four bathrooms. One of them being an ensuite. So definitely one of the biggest houses I've ever built. The only one that's ever come this close was my very first speed build on this channel, which I think I titled it like Grandma's House or something like that. It was a house that belonged to a grandma. She still lived there, and then her daughter lived there with her, and the daughter's kids also lived in grandma's house as well. So that's my very first speed build ever on this channel. So if you go back to my speed builds playlist, that will be the very first video. And any of my old videos that you go and watch, please just forgive the audio quality. Back then, I was exporting the videos just sped up, and then I would have to do the voiceover with my phone. Like I would play the video on the computer, and as it was playing, I would do the voiceover, record the voiceover on my cell phone, and then just edit the two together. It was a lot of work. It was easy. Like the audio never was off from what I was doing on the video, but it was still just it wasn't that hard. But doing speed builds nowadays, now that I have uh, a mic and a better editing software, it's just a whole lot easier. But yeah, as you can see, the pretty much the shell of the home is pretty much done. Um, I've picked all the wallpapers and all the windows and everything. Nothing changes. I'm going, as you can tell from, you probably saw it in the screenshots, but I'm going to put ivy all over this build. Um, and yeah, I like it. I really, that's what my original point was, is that I had a lot of fun building this, even though it is big. And normally I get frustrated with big lots. Or big homes. Like one of the last big homes I did was what was it called? I titled it something along the lines of um, Winter Olympics or Winter Olympians home or something like that, or Winter Olympians modern home or something like that. If I remember, I'll link it down in the description. But that was like two or three bedrooms, and it wasn't nearly as big as this, but I got so frustrated with that build, and just yeah, I just got really frustrated. But with this one, I had a lot of fun, and I think the reason why I did is because it's so different. Like this style of home, I don't really know what this style is called. Maybe it might be some sort of like colonial style, but maybe maybe I had so much fun building this is because it was just so much different from any other build that I've ever done on this channel or in The Sims at all. And I really enjoyed it. It came together really well. I played with terrain. I don't think you'll actually see me play with the terrain tool, but I did some terrain tool stuff. I did some terrain painting. I'm using the a lot of vines, and I usually don't like littering builds with these vines just because I don't like the color of the vines. I wish we had wall vines that just came in a like a richer, deeper, darker green. All of the vines in game that go on the walls just seem a little bit too light for me. And the ones that we do have that are kind of dark come with Get Together, but they come with that kind of like wood, um, like paneling or something behind it that the vines are actually growing, like bobbing and weaving, growing through. Um, but yeah, and then the landscaping. I am really like trying to up my landscaping game because I completely covered this lot in trees and landscaping. Like you can see on both sides of the build, I put like just covered in trees, and then it looked weird, like having all of these trees right up against like the sidewalk. So what I end up doing is taking a debug like stone fence, and I just kind of um, put that along the side of the lot just to kind of separate all of these trees from the sidewalk. And you'll see me do that here in a second once I kind of fill it all up. I'm just using the same landscaping throughout. So like I'm using the olive branches, some base game bushes, those like big bushes from Get Together, and I'm just kind of just copying and pasting those everywhere and just using those. I didn't use a whole bunch of different uh, bushes, and that's with every build that I do. Whenever I do the landscaping, I use just a specific amount or just a specific few landscaping items and just reuse those. And normally I'll look around the lot to see what's around. But I wanted this lot to just have mostly green, so every like landscaping thing I use isn't necessarily around the lot. But I did most of that off camera just because it was very tedious and just a lot of the same. But you did see me place that stone wall I was talking about right before we came into the interior. So yeah, we're on the interior. We're into the interior now. We are working on the family room, or the living room, or whatever you want to call it. This is the non-formal living room. I do put a quote unquote like formal living room. It's not really a living room though. It's more of a parlor. At first, I was going to make it a formal living room, like a full-on living room, like where the university president could come and have like people over, like official people, and maybe he would hold business meetings in there whenever he didn't need to be in like his office in front of a computer or something. But instead I turned it into a parlor because it was just kind of too small to make it into a full living room, because where I end up putting it is also where the stairs are to the upstairs, or to the second floor. So it just wasn't big enough to make it into a full-on living room. But I'm using these couches from Cats and Dogs, and then using a lot of stuff from University and a lot of stuff from Get Together. So if you don't have either one of those packs, this will be a very hard build for you to download. Using a lot of stuff from Cats and Dogs as well, but mostly University and Get Together, just because those two packs really have like the very classic and ornate looking furniture. The only other packs that have like the classic furniture in it is Base Game, but the graphics on them suck because they are from Base Game, which came out in I don't even know what year at this point, 2014 or something like that. So yeah. But looking at this living room, though, most of this living room is Cats and Dogs. That rug is Strangerville. That coffee table is Parenthood. Yeah, definitely using a lot of packs. I do that in every single build, though. I did ask a while back for you guys to comment and tell me what packs you would want me to do if I did a limited pack build. And one person told me city living and something, but I have to go back and find the comment. If you were the person that left that comment, just remind me in the comments of this video what packs you want me to build with. All I remember is it was city living and something else. But I do not pack restrict very often, if at all. So if you want me to ever do a limited pack build, you're going to have to ask for it. So if there's any packs you want me to build with, please leave that down in the comments of this video or any video, and I will check it. I read all of my comments. Sometimes I don't respond to them right away, but eventually I will always respond to you. So yeah, if you want to talk to me through the comments, feel free to do that. But I do give this family a dog. You won't see me place down a dog bed, but I do end up putting it in the master bedroom, and I think you'll see that in the screenshots. I do end up deleting those paintings right there just because it didn't really make sense, because they were the only ones in the entire kitchen, and I just didn't like it. And I think I ended up putting a wall light right there or something. Sorry if you hear my voice kind of going in and out or getting scratchy or deeper or something, because this is the third video I've recorded tonight. I recorded a let's build part earlier, and then right after that I recorded a video about the new kits that are coming to the game, and then right after that I am now doing this voiceover. So my voice is getting very tired, and after this I'm going to have me some pizza and a drink and watch my favorite TV show of all time, The 100. If you watch that show, please tell me down in the comments and we will talk about it. Or join my Discord. Speaking of Discord, I don't use it very much right now, and that's only because there's not very many people on it, and I know that's probably my fault because I don't promote it enough and I'm not very active on it. But once I reach 1,000 subscribers here on YouTube, and I'm so close, I'm less than 20 away. Once I reach 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I'm going to start streaming on Twitch again, and I'm going to become more active on my Discord. But right now, I'm just kind of not stressing about any of it, and yeah, just kind of going with the flow. Just posting my, videos every day. I do have a schedule. I post every Monday through Friday, and I take the weekends off. The time varies. It could be anywhere between 1 and 8 p.m. is when I could upload a video. The other night, my computer was tripping, and it took so long for one video to upload to YouTube that I didn't upload it until like 11 p.m. that night. But it still got up. But anyway, I talked completely through the dining room, which is a shocker because sometimes I find it really hard to find things to say in these speed builds. Because I try to not just sit there and say like, now I'm putting this down, now I'm placing this object came from this pack and I'm placing it over here. Like, I feel like that's kind of counterintuitive to do voiceovers that way, because obviously the person watching the speed build can see that I'm placing whatever object. There's no point in me saying, now I'm grabbing this coat rack from Seasons and placing it right here by the front door. Like, there's no point in me saying that because you just saw me do it. So I always try to just talk about different things in my speed builds and, give updates and stuff like that. I haven't gotten to the point to where I tell a story in speed builds because I never have any interesting stories other than life updates. Like how I'm currently trying to get a car and I just recently started a new job and stuff like that. But now we're moving on. You just saw me furnish. You just saw me furnish the little entry hallway. And I put a sign-in book because maybe university students can come and tour the president's house whenever they want or something. But they would need a sign-in book. And I just talked through the parlor. So in the parlor, I put a bookcase with some very nice chairs in front of them. And then I put a piano as well. And then another bookcase that kind of looks like more of an official bookcase that maybe would hold like special documents or special books because it has doors, so you could lock the doors or something. And then this is the office, the home office. This isn't like, I wouldn't say this is the president's like main office. Like this isn't where he does his like day-to-day work. Like he goes to campus and has an office on campus where he does his day-to-day work, but obviously he would probably need one in the home as well. So yeah, so maybe like on the weekends, if a student gets in trouble or if someone needs to have a meeting with him, this is where they meet him because he's not on campus on the weekends or something like that. But yeah, that was the office. I really, that the rug I ended up putting in the office kind of doesn't match anything else, but I really, really, really liked it. And so I kept it. And now I'm just getting some pictures. So, oh yeah, the picture that I just placed, I imagine was the very first president's son. And then there's also a picture of a woman in this library, and I imagine that being the wife of the very first president. And then above the piano in the parlor, I put a picture of a man, and I imagine that being the very first president of the university that lived in this house. So this is a very old house. It probably has just kind of been renovated here and there with new flooring and walls and stuff like that. This room, I popped into it and it was already halfway furnished. That's because this is the butler's room. And right off of the butler's room is the downstairs big bathroom. There is also a downstairs half bath, but you're going to see me furnish one bathroom and you're going to see me put laundry in it, but I made a mistake. The laundry is actually supposed to go in that downstairs bathroom just so that it's closer to the butler's room. So, yeah, the laundry is going to actually go downstairs. This is the upstairs now, and I'm just working on the hallway. Did a little seating area here to kind of go along with that bookcase. And yeah, I pretty much do the same thing in hallways, just use hallway tables and then clutter them up. They have, in this particular family has one toddler, two kid girls, and then a teenage boy. And whenever I place that, like, whenever I just place that clutter on that hallway table that's like right up against the landing, I thought to myself, like, with a toddler and two kids running around, that would probably be very like nerve-wracking, because at any moment the kids could bump into that table and knock that like statue over, and it would just go tumbling down onto the floor below and either hit someone in the head or just shatter and make a mess. But I did it anyway because it's The Sims and they're not gonna bump into it and make it go tumbling down. So that's that. This is the master bedroom. So with the master bedroom, I tried to make it look a little bit more modern. Like the furniture has recently been replaced with all new furniture. And just made it look, a little more glamorous and a little more modern. Since this is the bedroom of the university president. So he does have a wife, but I don't know in this case what the wife does for work. Maybe she's a professor at the university, or maybe she works in the admissions office at the university, or maybe she's a journalist. I mean, literally anything. I have no idea. I didn't even think about the wife as I was building this. I literally just thought about the president and the kids. Not to be like sexist or anything. Of course not. I just didn't even think about it. I didn't think about the kids either. Like, I don't have personalities set for the kids. The only kid well, actually, am I lying? Because I do make the teenager a painter or like an artist. But like the toddler doesn't have a storyline, and I don't think I gave a storyline to the two girls either. But anyway, this is the toddler's room. He has a really big room. And the girls are not twins, but they share a room, which I imagine when they grow up into teens and the toddler grows up into a child, they're going to be really jealous and they're going to be really upset because, like, why do they have to share a room, but the boys get to have their own rooms? yeah, they're just going to be, really upset about it because they're going to be teenage girls having to share a room, and one of them's going to be wearing the other one's clothes, and whenever they start having boyfriends, they can't really have them over and do anything because their sister's going to be right there in the room with them. But yeah, I'm working on their room now. Usually when I'm doing a room for kids where two kids share a room, I try to use the same bed but with different swatches, to make it look like they have different comforters to kind of just like show their personalities a little more. But when I really think about it, the rooms that I have seen in real life that have had like two twin beds in them because the room was shared, both beds had the same comforters on them just so the room matches. um, so I just went ahead and made both beds have the same swatch. And I give them a bookcase, a dollhouse, and the little drawing station or whatever you want to call that. Um, that's pretty much it for their room. I'm just decorating it a little bit. Yeah, I didn't have a storyline for them. I'm trying not to yawn. Oh, it's coming. There it is. Sorry. I mean, it is what it is. I don't like stopping speed builds and then going back and like trying to find my place and rewind it and like the countdown goes and then 3 2 1 and then I get it wrong, so then I have to rewind it again and find where I stopped and it's just too much. So yes, you just got to hear me yawn. And the reason why I made this is the teens room, and the reason why I made him an artist is because I was trying to I was trying to find a color scheme for his room, and I went for this white bed. Um and I wasn't really liking the color scheme. So then I found this mural and I was like, well, if I put this mural on the wall, then I can pull some other colors into the room from off of that mural. Um so like that ottoman with the books that I just put in front of the bed, the inside of it is has that red color, and then I gave him that blue chair that matches the blue in the mural. Um, yeah, so I just throw some colors in here from the mural, and I gave him the what is that called? The easel, because yeah, I made him an artist. And here's the bathroom. Um, there's two bathrooms upstairs. There's this one, and then there's the ensuite to the master, and then downstairs there's a half bath and the full bathroom that's downstairs. So this house altogether is 3.5 baths and 4 bedrooms. It could probably have easily been 5 bedrooms if this bathroom was a little bit smaller, and there wasn't a hallway that separated the two bigger rooms. Also, behind the hallway that leads into the teens room and the girls room is a smaller office that I imagine the kids can use as like a study or a homework room. Um, I just didn't furnish it on camera because it was so small, but I don't think I included in the screenshots either. So sorry about that, but this build will be on the gallery at some point, and you'll be able to check it out, plop it in your game, and check it out for yourself. Um, but yeah, like I said, you did see me put the laundry in that upstairs bathroom, but I end up moving it downstairs. Um, I do an outside table. I was gonna stick with the 4 table at first, but then I was like, well, there's more than 4 people in this family, and I imagine being the university president, they would probably host certain gatherings every now and then, so they would need a bigger table out here. Um, Obviously a pool, and I'm gonna place these down and then delete them and try to come up with some sort of like fancy garden, but then I end up just putting them back because I didn't know what to do. um, then I didn't put a car up there because they technically wouldn't have been able to get in that fence, but I do leave 2 cars right here at the front entrance. So I imagine that's probably where they park because there's no like proper garage. And the only reason I didn't move them further up the like little hill is because the cars would have been floating. Here's me trying to do that like perfect lawn moment, and I leave it, but I was gonna like put the plants like directly in the grass, but As you can see, I didn't do that. But other than that, guys, the screenshots are about to start rolling. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll always respond to your comments. And please hit that notification bell. That way you know exactly when I post my next video, exactly when I post it, and I will see you all then. Bye, guys.